Good morning and welcome to First Presbyterian Church. We're happy you're here today to worship with us. It's a special day. Today we're celebrating, recognizing, put it any way you wish, 30 years of dedicated service by Peter Dulak. And you'll hear more about that in a moment. Peter has the whole family here, and I looked, if you would look at the bulletin, look at page 3. And if you notice, Peter is going to be singing with his two sons who are in the choir today, and we thank them for being here. But what it doesn't mention, that his wife Lynn is also going to be participating in this event. And I looked at that and I said, this is Recognition Sunday. This is when we're celebrating, and these guys don't have a proper title. And I thought, well, maybe it ought to be Peter and the Dynamics. and then I thought, no, that's not really appropriate. Then I had a vision. And there I was, on a Swiss hillside, looking out over the Alps and the beauty. And I held my arms wide, and I burst into song. And I said, that's it. From this moment forward, it's no longer, as it is in the bulletin, it is now the Von Dulak Family Singers. I first met Peter and Lynn probably about 34 years ago, perhaps longer. Peter was still teaching in the Goodhue school system. He was there for about 2 years, and then he went forward and went over to Ellsworth. And if you ask him what he's very, what do I want to say? He doesn't particularly need applause. And well, what is your title, Peter? And varying things, but anyway, he was the director of the vocal music programming over at Ellsworth. During his period of time over there, I'd gone to several presentations that he and the students had put on. And I have to tell you, I thought the guy was nuts, because everything they did was overambitious. It's one of those things that would grab you when you go to it and said, are you kidding? This is a high school presentation. It was almost like Little Broadway. And the kids actually excelled in everything they did. They raised not only for Peter's expectations, but beyond even their own. And that was a wonderful experience. He always pulled off the presentations, and you'd go away and said, wow, I'm glad I was here. Because I think it always surprised not only the audience, but also the students that participated. Then there's Lynn. Lynn, what can I say? Raised in a musical family, met Peter in college, and quite honestly, she's the best thing that ever happened to him. They raised a musical family, and they're all here together today, and they're all talented. And guess what? I asked Lynn once, I said, Lynn, with all the talent in your family, which of you is the most talented? And Lynn looked at me and she had like, what a dumb question. She said, after observing our family for over 30 years, Bob, the answer is obvious. Claiming individual applause was something that Peter Dulak never needed, and it was never part of the deal when we had an opening for the music ministry in this church. And here is our choir director and working with music programs and different presentations. It's a joy to know him, and we thank him today. Peter also did other things. We had a church fire. We all remember that. This wonderful facility we're standing in here today was gone. The old church was gone. The only thing that looked like could be saved was the addition down at the other end of the church. And we had thoughts, how do we rise up from the ashes? How do we go forward after this terrible thing had happened to all of us? And Peter again came to the front and volunteered after someone actually said, you know, Peter Dulak not only has talents with music, he also has a background in architectural design. Maybe he could work with the committee and help end up with what we have today. And that also shows some of the wonderful things that Peter has done for us. Being number one in all his endeavors was never his objective. Peter tackles anything that comes forward, and he dedicates himself to the task. He takes joy in sharing, mentoring, watching others grow and excel. That dedication to task and to others, that when there is success, it gives Peter the most satisfaction. What others have done. But Peter, today I'm here to say, job well done. You are number one, all of us.
Grace and peace to you in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, and good morning. My name is Greg, and I'm one of the pastors here at First Presbyterian Church. And it is my joy to be here today. It's my joy to be here most Sundays, but this Sunday especially, because Pete and I have had, over the last 2.5 years, had some fantastic conversations about audacious ideas and big plans, and how can we even think to do that? Now, you haven't seen any of those. You've seen some. And I am thankful for Pete and his help in the audio systems and the buildings and grounds and the music ministry, and Lynn, obviously, also as well. Lynn teaches my children piano and does a fantastic job. Just a quick note, Thaddeus decided that he wanted to try pieces that were a little more challenging, so he practiced piano for an hour by himself the other day, which was shocking to his parents. But less about us and more about Pete, because I know Pete loves it. Because Pete did not like the idea of this Sunday at all, I'm going to give him a little reprieve at the moment. But before that, we have a plaque, the personnel committee, where did it go? Oh, Ian has a plaque from our personnel committee and session, and all of us.
So in celebration, and wouldn't you know, it's a plaque and then, but we are so grateful. But we also know that Pete, despite loving music deeply and wholly, has other loves. His family, his faith, and wood. And so we celebrate with Pete in sharing a plaque. It's beautiful wood. Pete Dulak, with grateful appreciation for your many years of music ministry as choir director. And you'll note that although the bulletin puts an actual number on it, we wanted this to be timeless, because we hope you're not done. For your many years of music ministry as choir director of First Presbyterian Church, Red Wing, celebrated September 29, 2019.
I did the and then first. Same thing, in celebration and appreciation of all your years and all those unpaid overtime hours, sorting music, etc., etc., etc. We just want to show our love from the congregation and from the choir. So here is your loaded retirement card.